Do you want to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars? Do you want to go 6-1? If you do, subscribe. Hit that big red button. Sub for Giants dubs. We've been saying that all year long. Sub for Giants dubs. You love the Giants? Looking for a one-stop shop on YouTube that posts videos every single day? Lock us in. Hit that big red button. Welcome into New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. We're going to break down the latest trade rumors surrounding the New York Giants because Chase Claypool to the Giants is trending. We'll break that down in a second. But first, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Aura, an all-in-one digital safety tool that's going to help you stay protected online, away from the fraudsters and the scammers. All you got to do is go to aura.com/chatsports. Let's break it down, though. As the latest trade rumors surrounding the New York Football Giants as we get closer and closer to the NFL trade deadline on November 1st. They're Chase Claypool. Everybody knows the Giants might be interested in a wide receiver, but after signing Marcus Johnson, does it really make all that much sense for the Giants to trade for a wide receiver? Let's dissect it. The rumors surrounding the Giants and Chase Claypool went on Twitter yesterday. They went viral. I had 20 people DM me saying, Marsh, is this real? Marsh, could we do it? What about it? I said, you know what? We'll talk about it on the live show tomorrow. He's been linked to trade rumors as it sounds like the Pittsburgh Steelers could be sellers as we get closer and closer to that November 1st trade deadline. And look, we know the Giants could use another wide receiver. They did just sign Marcus Johnson off of their practice squad to their active roster. But is that enough? And the latest rumor is the Giants called about Chase Claypool. This comes from NYG Rumors and News on Twitter. This is the same account that said the Giants were talking to Landon Collins. Then that happened. This is the same account that said the Giants and Odell Beckham have been in constant communication. Sounds like it was true after that visit. So I don't know if this is 100% true. But my job is to talk about the rumors, talk about the likelihood, and give you my opinion. They said the Giants have called the Steelers about trading for Chase Claypool. They're just inquiring for now. And that's what good teams do. They call around. They see who's available. Chase Claypool, is he available? If he's on the block, the Giants are trying to find out. I don't know if I would make a trade for Chase Claypool. But I'll ask you before I give you my full opinion and reasoning for why I don't think I would do it. Is he a good receiver? Yeah, he's talented. There's just some things that concern me about him. I'll ask you, though, should the Giants trade for the wide receiver Chase Claypool from the Pittsburgh Steelers? Let me know what you think. Type T for trade. Type P for pass. I want to hear from you in the comment section right now. Before we talk about what it would cost and if it makes sense, where would he fit on this team, I think it's important to dissect what type of player Chase Claypool has been. And since the beginning of his NFL career when he was a rookie back in 2020, where he had a really good season, right? Came out on the scene out of Notre Dame, was a really good receiver his rookie year, 62 grabs, 873 yards, and 9 touchdowns. He hasn't been that same guy. Is that due to a lack of quarterback play? Played with an old Ben Roethlisberger last year, playing with Kenny Pickett and Mitch Trubisky this year. So, I mean, look, 59 grabs so far back in 2021 in 15 games played, 860 yards, 2 touchdowns. So far through 6 games this year, 23 grabs, 225 yards, and 1 touchdown. My biggest beef, though, with Chase Claypool is he's a me guy. And what do I mean by that? Turn the clock back to last year when the Pittsburgh Steelers, I don't remember who they were playing against, and I probably should have remembered this when I was making this point, but the point still stands. You know who? It was the Vikings. So it was a game-winning drive against the Vikings. The clock was running out in the fourth quarter. Chase Claypool makes a great grab. Gets a first down, but there's like less than 15 seconds left. Steelers need to clock the ball. They need to spike it to get into field goal territory and get on their field goal unit. And Chase Claypool drops the ball and drops a first down. The thing is, this ain't college. This ain't Big Ben. This ain't Notre Dame anymore. The clock does not stop on a first down, and the game eventually ended on that play because Claypool got up celebrating, pointing the first down, and lost the football game. And then after the game, he was asked about it, and he blamed it on the center. He said the center should have ran over and grabbed the ball. No, that is bullshit. You made a great play. Now make another great play and get the ball to the center so your team can come out and kick a field goal to win the game. I'm not sure Chase Claypool fits the culture here, guys. He's a good receiver, no doubt about it. But if you've noticed anything, if I've noticed anything, I've noticed one thing with this Brian Daboll and Joe Schoen mindset and the way they're reinventing this organization. It's not about me, guys. It's about this. There's one thing that matters. Not this number, this logo right here. It matters about the New York Giants. And I'm not sure Chase Claypool cares more about the New York Giants or the Pittsburgh Steelers more than he does his own personal success. And at the end of the day, he's solid, but I ain't giving up a draft pick for Chase Claypool. Why would I do that? I love what the Giants are doing this year. We're 5-1. We're ahead of expectations. You don't go off the path of what you set preseason to change up what you're doing now because you won a couple of football games. And I don't want to minimize what the Giants have done this year. I love this team. You guys know I love this team. Are they winning a Super Bowl? It's going to be really, really hard. Probably not. I'm rooting for them like hell to do so. So if Chase Claypool isn't going to put you over the top to be the best team in the NFL, I'm not giving up draft capital for him. Because the Giants need that draft capital. They have full holes to fill. They need another corner. They need an inside linebacker. They could use a guard. They could use a center. They could use a wide receiver in the draft that's going to be cost controlled. Claypool's ready to hit free agency in a couple of years. Do you want to pay him big money and give up a draft pick? He's a good player, no doubt about it. But does it make sense for the New York Giants? Especially if the rumors are true that the Pittsburgh Steelers want at the very least a third-round pick in a trade. I wouldn't do it. I want to hear from you, though. Maybe I'm being, too pessimistic. Maybe I'm being too tough on Chase Claypool. Maybe the Giants should trade for him. Get me straight. Let me know what you think, because I go down in the comment section. I value your guys' opinion, and I get smarter from what you guys have to say. Would you give up a third-round pick for Chase Claypool? Straight up, third-round pick for Claypool. Why for yes and for no? We'll give you more info and stats about Chase Claypool in a second, but first I want to give a shout out to our proud sponsor of today's show, Aura, an all-in-one digital safety tool that's going to help you guys stay on safe. Keep your identity safe online. Get started with a 14-day free trial at aura.com/chatsports. Guys, we do more online now than ever, and Aura does more to keep you safe. Look, a couple of months ago, I had my debit card hacked into. They spent $1,000. I had to get a new card. I was on the phone. It sucked. God, that sucked. I wasted so much time. If I would have been hooked up with Aura like I am right now, that never would have happened because you get real-time alerts about suspicious inquiries. Get started today, aura.com/chatsports. We kind of touched on this a second ago. How much better does Chase Claypool make you? How much better does he make you? Do you win that game against the Dallas Cowboys if Chase Claypool's on this team? I say no. Does he make you a little bit better? Probably so. But is it worth it? Is it worth giving up a third-round pick in a draft next year where Joe Schoen is going to have the opportunity to continue to mold and retool and rebuild this team in the way that he thinks is best fit? And I'm not sure being 5-1 changes the mindset for Joe Schoen. A guy that has told you he doesn't want to give up future assets. A guy that has told you he doesn't want to allocate future dollars on the salary cap. He would have to be doing both of those things to go and trade for Chase Claypool. Look, if they do trade for him, I'm going to be wearing a Chase Claypool jersey and I'm going to be rooting like hell for him. I'm just sitting back right now talking on a YouTube video. I just don't think it's the best play right now for the New York Giants. How much better does he make you? A little bit. And does being 5-1 change Joe Schoen's mindset of this season where he thinks giving up draft capital and future salary cap dollars to a guy like Chase Claypool? If it was DJ Moore, I would do it. He's a freaking stud. He's a team guy. I'm not sure Chase Claypool is that guy. The Giants need help at wide receiver. It'd be awesome if you know the guy that you paid $78 million in Kenny Golladay was healthy. Thing is, he's not. And even when he's not healthy, he doesn't produce. I wish Sterling Shepard was healthy. I love Sterling Shepard. He embodies what it means to be a New York Football Giant, the longest tenured Giant on this team. But he's hurt. Kadarius Toney. It'd be awesome if our first-round draft pick back in 2021 produced. I do think Wan'Dale Robinson's going to get a bigger and bigger role. I loved what I saw him in the game versus Baltimore. Look, this wide receiver needs help. The best way to get it is from Kadarius Toney, though. You need him back. That's why you picked it in the first round. Look, these are your top 4 stat leaders for the New York Football Giants. I love Richie James. He's a wide receiver 4 at best. David Sills, he's a practice squad guy. Darius Slayton, he's one of your last wide receivers on the roster. He looked good against the Packers, didn't get much burn against the Baltimore Ravens. I like Slayton. He has that game-changing speed, but he's not your number 3 wide receiver, which he is right now. And Marcus Johnson, there was a reason he wasn't on an NFL team to start the season and started this season on the practice squad. All these guys, I love them because they're Giants. They're just not elite guys. They're not elite talent. Sometimes in this league, you need elite players on the outside. So I'll ask you guys this question. As we showed you the depth chart and we showed you the stat leaders, what is your confidence level in the Giants wide receiver core? Scale it from 1 to 10. I want to know what you guys think. I'm confident in them, but I'm not uber confident. I name it about a 6. I think they can get the job done, but there is a big spot for improvement. So I'll ask you, what's your confidence level in the Giants wide receivers? Scale it 1 to 10 right now in the comments. And I also always want to say thank you to you guys. I appreciate you guys. You guys show up. You guys show out every single week, every single video. So from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you to you guys. You let me do what I love as a job. So let's hit a real one roll call as we like to do at the end of the videos so I know who watches till the end so I can show you guys extra love for being a real one. If you're a real one, you know what to do. Type real one in the comments right now.